what would happen if you chipped it along the path here? Would we get a drop if you chipped it along the path?
Is there a free drop on this path or not? You get a drop off the path?
If you don't you can, you know. Can you come out of the way, please?
Back, please. All the way back, please.
Andy Prodger, the caddy, giving some advice. I'm not sure if it's good advice, but he's looking to adhere it. Chip it onto the path, calling for the referee.
Referee.
I get a drop of the path, do I?
The referee is Mr. Muckert. And
if I hit it on
Richard
there, I get a drop?
Two referees in this group. Michael Lunt, who's making his way, former Secretary at Royal Mid-Surrey.
We don't think we can reach
it. If I hit it from here onto that path, you have the next shot in, do I get a drop of the path? Okay. Is this part of the, for the intercycling, is this part of the path? Yeah, right on, because I'm, you know, if I'm going to hit it out here now, thinking about it, my stance interferes with the road.
Well, if your stance for on the path, standing on the path, you're
well, okay, well, what about this shot I got to play now then? If I'm going to hit it here, thinking about it, this path interfering with my stance. Okay?
Back, please.
No, I don't think so.
Where does the path start?
No, I don't think that. I think you can play that without standing on the path.
This is interfering with my stance, right? This is not the path.
At the moment, David Frost is saying to Michael Lund that he now wants to play the ball onto the path. And if he does that, where he takes his stance is actually interfered with by the path. So therefore he would get a free drop. I think he's having a bit of trouble convincing Michael that that is a justifiable situation, but that is between them, of course, and that's what David has decided to try and do, play it onto the path, from which he would get a free drop if the ball lays on the path.
And I feel I'm standing on the path.
Instruction.
You don't think so?
Just David Frost is now waiting for a ruling. He was standing to the ball with a sand iron in his hand, and the referee was not convinced that the foot was on the path, so he then got out an 8-iron. And the time he got the 8-iron out, he was able to, I think, put a better story through to Michael Lunt, or argument forward, that his foot was on the path. So Michael Lunt has now called for another ruling, the chief referee.
A little bit surprised if David Frost gets away with this one. I had a similar incident when I was refereeing in a Ryder Cup match, and Johnny Miller, the famous American professional, insisted if he stood one way, his foot was in a hole. When the referee said that means you'd be playing out of bounds, and he said it's not for you to decide.
So can you show me where you're trying to play to?
Okay. This would be my normal stance.
Yeah.
But the ball's way too far below my feet.
Right.
Right. So I'm going to try and widen my stance to get my shoulders lower down. And I'm on the path.
And you're going to play
onto the path.
No, I'm playing that way.
I don't think that's a reasonable stroke.
What's not a reasonable stroke?
I think that
when I normally hit a shot when the ball's below my feet, I try and widen my stance to get my shoulders down lower. If I were in the bunker, I'm way up high, I cannot get down to the ball, I widen my stance. I cannot widen it only to there, I'm widening it to there so that I can get on the path.
not only that, is I don't think that stroke that you're planning to play there is a reasonable stroke.
But then he can't make the
I'm trying to get on the path. I'm trying to get the ball onto the path.
I understand what you're saying, but...
And I'm standing on the path. Do you think I'm standing on the path?
I can see that you're standing on the path, but...
So then I'm entitled to a drop if I'm standing on the path.
But I don't think that that's a reasonable stroke that you're going to play.
Would you want to try and tell me I can get this ball to the fairway? I cannot get this ball to the fairway. It's impossible. Going that way because of the tuft behind me. I'm standing on the path.
That's correct.
I'm standing on the...
Well, Grant Moyer, I believe, is on the network to Michael Benalek, or the chief referee, who I think might be John Paramore, but he is not prepared to give a ruling on a free drop for David Frost just yet. He's not convinced that the direction that David wanted to play in was the direction he ought to be playing in.
and you know I would seek some guidance on that. Over.
Yeah, the lie of the ball really is awful, and there's the chance of him getting back on the fairway in one shot is quite remote, I think. He feels he can play it onto the path and then get relief from the ball or his stance being on the path. And of course, when he turns to play that shot, his stance now is on the path, so in that case he would get relief. But it's whether that is a viable shot, and that's what he can't convince Grant Moyer of just now.
Shot like this.
Well, David Frost has now been told to play the shot.
Exactly
He's
like
going
I'm telling you I want to play it.
to play the ball onto the quite dangerous for all the people standing there, because this ball could go anywhere, to be honest with you.
Oh, I can do it, but I want a free drop.
Well, Jack Frost, you could fairly do it.
And that was actually a very well constructed shot, and it's landed on the path just as he wanted it to. And now he'll be wanting the relief from that. You can see he really is very annoyed and he's angry. He feels he had a very good case there, but was not able to convince Grant Moyer of his case.